Getting you ready for game time. Join me, Sal from Behind the Arc Basketball, as I announce play-by-play. Make sure to smash the like and subscribe, because now we're about to go live. Entering the pregame, we now present Sal from Behind the Arc Basketball. And what's good, everyone? I'm glad to have you guys in the stream, being a part here on the channel once again. And happy Thursday night here, everybody. Tonight for this matchup, and a big game in store. The Denver Nuggets looking to see if they can punch their ticket to the Western Conference Finals. Once again, all they need is one win. But Minnesota looking for other ideas tonight. This is a game that's taking place at Minnesota at the Target Center, and the T-Wolves looking to bounce back after they were up 2-0 in the series. They have lost 3 straight games in a row right now, and Nikola Jokic, MVP, playing like the best player on earth right now at the moment. He came off a 40-point double-double for Jokic in the last game, 40 points and 13 assists on an insane 68% shooting from the floor. And, man, just Jokic going off. Especially the previous 2 games. He had 35 in the game prior to that as well. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Huge game here, an elimination game for Minnesota. And the T-Wolves looking to bounce back and force a Game 7, which would take place on Sunday night. For this matchup in Denver, playing like the defending champions as of late. They were down 0-2. Things weren't looking so hot for them. But, man, has their offense really turned it around and able to find the cracks in Minnesota's defense. Minnesota historically was excellent in that game, too, in the series. And this has just been a seesaw type of a series so far. Minnesota took game 1, 106-99. In that first game, they looked like the deeper team that they came out and played in. In the second game, Minnesota destroyed Denver 106-80. Who would have ever thought the Nuggets, after being down 0-2, losing 2 straight home games in a row, would bounce back, win 3 games in a row, with 2 of those games taking place at Minnesota. Just an insane series that we've had so far between these 2 teams. And I get the feeling that this one's going to be close tonight, and the line has it for sure. Minnesota, a 2.5-point favorite on the line currently for tonight's matchup. What's good, everybody? We got Charlisa, Juke Bro, Daniel, Underwater Levels, Big Easy, Boyette. Welcome to the stream, everybody, tonight for this matchup. Looks like we're going to tip off in around 13.5 minutes from now, so it's going to be tipping off in a little bit longer than it usually tips off. It's an ESPN nationally televised game. TNT has been tipping off the games like 4 or 5 minutes past the hour, but ESPN usually tips off like 12, 13, 14 minutes past the bottom part of the hour. So this game's going to tip off a little bit later than that scheduled time for today. One team's already punched their ticket to the Final Four for the conference finals already. Congratulations to the Celtics winning last night. I covered that stream. Boston winning in 5 over Cleveland yesterday. The Nuggets, if they pick up a win, they'd be the second team to advance over to the conference finals, representing the West this time. Back-to-back years for Denver if they're able to do so. And then also tomorrow night, the Knicks have a chance to close it out too, as they're up 3-2 against Indiana. Now, if both Denver and Indiana lose, then they'll be Game 7's taking place on Sunday. The Celtics, all they need is for one of these teams to lose, and then Boston would be playing their first game of the Eastern Conference Finals for a guarantee on Tuesday instead of Sunday. So it all depends on what happens with the schedules here. If both Denver and New York both win their games in 6, then the Eastern Conference Finals will start on Sunday instead of Tuesday. So it all depends what happens, because the NBA wants to make sure that every single day gets used for basketball purposes throughout the course of like April into May right now for the playoffs. So that's why that they don't want any spaces in the schedule, like any open spaces or anything. What's good, Christian on the stream? Welcome in. Thanks for joining in here tonight. Jerry on board. Welcome to the stream here for this one. And good news for Minnesota, Mike Conley Jr. He is back in the lineup tonight for Conley. He missed the last game due to injury for Conley, but he is going to be playing tonight. He is inside the starting 5, so that is great news there for Minnesota. They needed their veteran point guard back. They got him back tonight for this game. Jokic has been insane. The last 3 games, he's averaging 33 points per game on 61% shooting, a plus-minus, a plus 54 on the floor for Nikola Jokic. Ain't stopping the Jokers. He has just been on another planet. Top player in the world, looking like it right now. And definitely well-deserved for him, because he is the MVP for Jokic. And just after a slow start, he got locked down in Game 2. Going up against Rudy Gobert. He has found openings in the defense and been able to have success working on Rudy previously. I think it was from the last game, he shot the ball 12 for 17 against Rudy as the primary defender coming off the Game 5 victory. Yeah, I like the pickup with Muss at USC. So Eric Musselman at USC, I think he's going to have a pretty solid season for him. Also, West Virginia as well might going to look entirely different, but Darian DeRees now at West Virginia, a pretty stacked Big 12 conference. Should be a much better season for them, but I really like Muss and his history in the past and what he can do with programs, and he's going to bring in like a bunch of talent into USC now. What's good, Christopher on the stream? Welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Anastasia, welcome back in. Bradley, glad to have you back on board tonight for this one. Minnesota comes in 2.5-point favorites on the line. Massive game for Minnesota, as there's been a lot of trash talking going on in this series, and Minnesota looking to back that up tonight, as they say that they're down 2-3. It ain't done, according to the T-Wolves. I'm looking to see if they can back that up tonight. I believe they can for this game here, so I do like Minnesota tonight in this matchup to force a Game 7. And Denver looking to go for that reverse sweep after being down to 0-2. It's just been a roller coaster of a series. I get a feeling, though, it's going 7 here. Yeah, if you guys hear any background noises, that's my laptop once again. I'm going to have to clean it out sometime. It has like dust in the fan or so. What's good? Roger in the stream. Roy in the channel. Derek, welcome back in. Who do I want the Celtics to play? I get the Celtics playing the Knicks. So I think they're going to be taking on New York. I feel like that could be a tougher matchup than Indiana, honestly, because New York's just such a physical team. If they play against the Pacers, it's going to be a lot of offense, whereas the defense for New York could pose some problems for Boston. Specifically, I think offensive rebounding, because the Celtics have been driving off of offensive rebounding lately, and the Knicks are one of the top rebounding teams in the NBA, so that could pose a problem there, but still, they should be able to win that series. Yeah, glad to have you guys back on from the Marshall Islands. Welcome in for Derek on the stream. What's good, James in the channel? Welcome back in. Glad to have you guys on board being a part here in the channel here. We're going to be tipping off, I believe, in 8 to 9 minutes from now. So thanks so much all for your patience as we're creeping up rather closely to tip-off time. And not any injury worth of significance for this game. Just a couple bench players who's listed out tonight. But no key players unlike the last game. So Mike Conley, he's available tonight for Minnesota. That's some great news for the T-Wolves, because it's going to be able to take the ball out of Anthony Edwards' hand, put it back into Mike Conley to do a lot of the playmaking in this game here. They have 14 turnovers in the last game for Minnesota. Aaron Gordon, I think if it comes down to this game, if Aaron Gordon has a great game, Denver has the case to win in 6 tonight for Aaron Gordon. He has been excellent lately. He is averaging 19 points per game in the previous 3 games, which are all wins for Aaron Gordon. So he's been the X factor. The last game that I covered, which was on Sunday, I believe, between these two teams, and Aaron Gordon missed just 1 total shot from the floor for him. Last game he went 7 for 14. He went 10 for 10 on his first 10 shot attempts in game 4 on the weekend for him. He had a double-double, 18 points, 10 rebounds in the last game for him. So Gordon and Murray, those two, going to have to be excellent for Denver tonight if they want to win. And then, yeah, Cat's going to have a big game tonight. And Edwards did struggle in the last one, just 5 for 15 shooting. So that's not going to be happening here, I would imagine, for Anthony Edwards. So got a feeling that he's going to go off tonight in front of his home crowd once again. Looking like a 35-plus point game in store for Anthony Edwards tonight. I think we're looking at a classic Edwards-Jokic duel. All depends on who steps up in this game. And Cat really struggled in Game 4 for him. He was much better in Game 5, but really struggled in Game 4 for him. And then the other complementary pieces, too. Nickeil Alexander-Walker in Game 4, he struggled. He was better in the last game offensively. It comes down to if Rudy Gobert can stop Jokic. That has been Jokic's calling card lately, has been able to have success over Gobert. Wasn't the story at the beginning of the series, though, where Gobert was locking up Jokic. Angel, welcome to the stream. Jay Ramirez, thanks for joining in. And Michael, welcome to the channel. Yeah, huge return for Mike Conley Jr. tonight. I get a feeling this one's going 7, in my opinion. But we shall see how this one is played tonight. If you guys are new to the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Still, we have yet to tip off. We will be doing so under 5 minutes from now. We will finally have tip off for tonight's game. Massive game for Minnesota. Hey, what's good, Jeffrey? Happy birthday yesterday, man. Yeah, no problem. That's great. I hope everything went well last night for your dinner. The Lions got Minnesota by 2.5 tonight. This is on Minnesota's home floor, so it's at the Target Center today. This series has just been a crazy roller coaster. Like, what a difference like a week makes for Denver. Like, a lot of people thought Denver was completely out of it after the first two games going down 0-2. Like, they couldn't even muster 100 points in the first two games of this series, and now Denver has been the complete opposite. The king of efficiency finally has been able to spark for the Nuggets, racking up 117, 115, and 112 for the previous three games that they've scored for points, and limiting Minnesota to 90, 107, and 97 in the last three. That was a really good game four. The one that was over the weekend, that could have honestly gone either way. Like, that was back and forth all the way to the finish. Hey, what's good? Alex in the stream. Thanks for joining in, man. Yeah, I'll definitely let her know. Appreciate it, bud. Ice Ice Baby, welcome back in. Oh, that's cool. So, yeah, that's great, Jeffrey. And, hopefully your team's able to pick up a win rather soon for the baseball team. Definitely know how it is, though, especially if it's like a smaller school and you're in a division with like larger schools, because that's very tough. I know that for sure, because the high school I went to was around like 1,000 students, but one of the neighboring towns has like half the students as the high school that I went to growing up, and they compete in the same conference, but under the Massachusetts different state divisions that they would do for the state tournament for the playoffs. So, like, the high school that I went to was either Division 2 or Division 3, and then there was a neighboring town that had 500 students in it, where mine was 1,000, and they were playing in either D5 or D6. And then there was actually another town who had like less than that, I think like 400, 350, and in the same conference as well, and they were D7, which I think the lowest division was either 7 or 8 for the state. What's good? Todd in the stream. Thanks for joining in here. Bololano on the channel. Welcome in from the Philippines. Got a lot of great supporters out here in the stream from the Philippines. BD, thanks for joining back in. Here we go. About to tip off in just a moment. If you guys are doing this stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well. Denver up 3-2. Entering this Game 6 matchup, they have a chance to close it out tonight. Minnesota looking for other ideas to force a Game 7, which would take place on Sunday. Starting five looks like this: Jamal Murray, Contavious Caldwell-Pope, Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, Nikola Jokic for Denver, going up against Mike Conley, Anthony Edwards, Jaden McDaniels, Karl-Anthony Towns, and Rudy Gobert. So excellent sign to see for Minnesota that they got back Mike Conley inside the starting five. Really need him. He has been just excellent this year, especially when it comes down to assist to turnover ratio. I mean, just able to spread the ball around and open up the floor for his other players to knock down shots, and specifically send it off to Edwards, where he can knock down a shot on you, or he's just so fast off the dribble where he can just burst right by you and get to the cup, since he's just so explosive. Edwards looking to back up what he said after the last game, down 2-3, that they'll still be able to get this series. White jerseys, blue numbers, blue letters, green outline for the T-Wolves tonight on their home court, looking to force this Game 7. And Denver tonight, as they take to the floor with the blue uniforms, yellow numbers, yellow letters, Mile High City circling around the numbers. And here we go, as we're about to get ready for the opening tip, and we are underway as the Nuggets control the opening tip. Right to left on the floor, Denver with the first possession of the night. Aaron Gordon. He's been able to take the ball up the floor quite a bit, and that has changed this entire landscape of the team recently in the playoffs. Jokic dumps it down to the cutting Murray. Murray floats up the runner off balance. No good. Missed off the mark. Gobert collects the defensive rebound. First possession right now for Minnesota. Mike Conley back in action, running the point. He missed the last game due to injury. Cat lobs it off to the wing. Goes outside to Conley. Conley at the right wing. Moves it on top over to Cat. Cat dribbles up. Free throw circle. Lobs it up over the top. Rudy Gobert off the roll down. Wide open. Throws it down for the two-hand jam. Excellent start for Minnesota, and that could be a telling case of what we see tonight in this game if the T-Wolves can sustain that type of energy with an alley-oop lob in their first scoring possession of the game. Murray, no good, around and out, missed off the glass, a little bit too strong. Rebound control by Edwards. Second possession now for Minnesota. Edwards at the top of the key. He's guarded by Jokic. Wide open three. Edwards, no good. Bricked off the back rim. A rebound control by Gordon. They got numbers up the floor here for a brief moment, but back getting their defense set is Minnesota. Murray drives right past Conley. Slips to the cup. Gave up a wide open two. Looking for the open three. Porter Jr. No good. Missed off the mark around the rim and out. Rebound control by Minnesota. Conley. Watch out, shovels off to Edwards, slicing the defenders, couldn't finish though at the rim, too strong off the glass. Outlet pass off to Murray, Murray bobbled it back out to the corner, feeds Jokic, right down the lane, throws it down with a two-hand jam. 2-2. Wow, is the pace fast to begin this game or what? 10-15 left to go in the first. Both of these teams pushing the ball up the floor. Looks like the Pacers are playing right now based on the rate that these two teams are playing. Missed three, brick to the left wing by Cat. Tipped off the glass. Missed the opportunity though by Gobert as it goes back to Denver with the ball. Bounce pass Murray. Feeds Jokic underneath. And Jokic no good. Missed off the mark. And a loose ball foul picked up on the floor. Charged to Minnesota. Jokic not happy about the call on the floor. So he thought he was clearly fouled on the hook shot, but the referees didn't give him. Yeah, great suggestion by Bradley here as we come back from the timeout. Michael Porter Jr. receives the inbound, turns the corner, straight line to the hoop, and flushes it down with a two-hand jam. Yeah, so Ice Baby and Charlisa, if you're interested, because both of you have been on the stream for quite a bit of time, if either of you are interested in the mod for Ice Baby and Charlisa, feel free to let me know. I can hit you up on one, because you two have been out here supporting the streams for quite a bit of time right now. Jokic just scored off the hook inside the low post off the steal. 6-2 now for Denver after a great start for Minnesota. First possession was an alley-oop jam. Stalling out a little bit offensively right now. Cat swings it outside. Touch pass by Conley out to the left corner. Missed the three as it bricked around the rim and out. No good off the mark by McDaniels. Gordon pushing tempo. Handoff. Porter Jr. elevates for the three. He sinks it. 9-2 with a timeout taken on the floor by Minnesota. What a start here for Denver. My clock is actually quite slow. We got 9:01 left to go in the first right now. Holy smokes. Denver with a championship level basketball for the defending champions after trailing down 2-0 to begin this game. 9-zip on the rally. Wow, they are just pushing it constantly. They know that Minnesota's dinged up, that Conley missed the last game due to injury. They are just blowing it down the floor with a quick pace. Like, they play with excellent pace already for the Nuggets, how they space the floor and stuff. But this is just another notch right now, how they've been playing. 9 points in the first 3 minutes to begin for Denver right now. 5 by Michael Porter Jr. Jokic has 4. Those are the two guys combining for the 9. Ren Jeff, welcome in. I took Minnesota tonight for this game. I think they're just hungry to battle back, but the defending champs right now, they got all the momentum in this series. I did have Denver winning this series. And actually right now I have yet to lose a series pick right now. So I had the whole first round correct. And then I took the Celtics to advance the Eastern Conference. I've got the Knicks facing the Celtics, and then I've got the Nuggets facing the Mavs. So all the teams they have are actually up in their games right now. Siegel, what's good? Welcome back in here, man. Yeah, ahead of the game. What Boston is rooting for would be if the T-Wolves win tonight, the Celtics are going to be playing on Tuesday. So they just need one out of the next 2 days for one of the teams to lose, and they'll be playing on Tuesday. The reason why is because the NBA schedules certain days for the games to happen. But if both Denver and New York win in 6, so if Denver wins tonight, if New York wins tomorrow, then the Celtics and the Knicks would take place on Sunday instead of Tuesday. So it all depends on what happens with these games. Hey, what's good? Kentron on the stream, welcome in. I played all the way up to where I was in the 8th grade. So basketball wasn't my main sport. I was pretty good at it though. Like I had my shooting was kind of similar to like Steph Curry's. Like I was the smallest player on the floor, but I could take shots from 28, 30 feet out and drill them when I was younger. My main sport was actually baseball that I played. I played baseball up and through high school. I played second base when I played baseball. So yeah, unfortunately for me, I was super undersized, but that's probably why I wanted to focus on baseball more instead of basketball when I went to high school. Baseball for me was much easier because I had my freshman year in high school, I had a on-base percentage of 600 almost, because nobody could pitch to me. Like all the pitches kept on going above the letters in my uniform for the most part. So a lot of people had trouble pitching to me when I was younger. Yeah, when I played little league, I was the leadoff batter all the time, and a lot of pitchers had a lot of trouble getting it into the strike zone against me. We come back from the timeout. Rough start here for Minnesota. Minnesota just turned it over off the entry pass inside the key. Gordon sends it off to Jokic. Jokic with 4 so far, 5 by MPJ. Jokic backs his way, working on Gobert. Jokic showing patience. Jokic follow away, rainbow, no good off the right side of the rim. A rebound controlled by Edwards. And this is where you gotta hit something here if you're Minnesota. Right now, this possession, gotta tighten up the gap. At the elbow, it's Cat. Cat looking to pass it off. Lobs it to the left corner into the hands here of McDaniels. McDaniels on a corner 3. It rattles in. 9-5 right now. They really needed that shot there. 8 minutes left to go in the first. Murray, his pass deflected, looking for Jokic, intercepted by Edwards as Edwards takes it to the rack and he throws it down with a 2-hand slam. 9-7 now, Anthony Edwards shooting right out of the pack right there and just deflected an opportunity and a dribble handoff from Murray to Jokic, and Murray was not strong enough on that opportunity off to Jokic. Missed 3 off the back from by Jokic. Denver has gone cold. Minnesota looking for the response here to tie or take the lead with his bucket. Cat attacks inside the paint, lobs it up over the top. Gobert couldn't finish. Offensive rebound back to Cat. Floater missed off the front rim. Offensive rebound once again. McDaniels takes it to the rim and he scores up and off the glass. 9-9. What a response for Minnesota. 7-zip run for the T-Wolves right now. Finally, their defense is able to start to step up. Not this possession. There's an opening around the perimeter. Murray had a good look and he couldn't make it. Around the rim and out. Rebound controlled by the T-Wolves. Edwards sends it cross court off the Cat. Cat with an opening. Cat watch out. Throws it down with a right-handed flush. Cleared a pathway for Karl-Anthony Towns for the T-Wolves. This is a 9-zip run right now from Minnesota. Denver, nothing going on with their offense currently. Murray shovels it off to Jokic at the left wing. Jokic towards his right. Jokic turns the corner. Jokic drives on Gobert underneath, and that'll be an offensive foul. Turnover committed by Denver. They got no momentum right now. Minnesota's got this whole building rocking in their favor. Doug in the stream, welcome in. Same with me. I took Minnesota in this game to force a game 7. Edwards dribbles up to the right elbow. 15 on the shot clock for Anthony Edwards. Back out to the wing. Bounce pass on top off to Conley. Conley swings it outside at the left wing. Wide open, but McDaniels decides not to attempt a three. They look to use shot clock, and Cat had it stripped from his hands. Down to 3.9 in the shot clock. That's one right there. If you're Jaden McDaniels, you are wide open at the left wing. You need to attempt that shot if you're Jaden McDaniels. Mike Conley, the inbound passer. He gets it back in the corner, deflected by Gordon with a block. Aaron Gordon rejects Mike Conley as the shot clock was winding down off the KCP. Bounce pass Jokic, low block. Guarded by Gobert, 1-on-1. Swings it outside from Jokic to KCP off to Porter Jr. Floats the pass down low. Bad decision. That went nowhere except the other team steal by Minnesota. Edwards attacks the rack from behind, and he gets fouled. Anthony Edwards going to shoot 2 coming up at the free throw line. Just a poor pass by Michael Porter Jr. there. So a couple really lazy passes by Denver. And this game is opened up for Minnesota. Minnesota just led by Edwards. Edwards just so much faster than everybody else. What he can do. We're going to take a timeout on the floor right now. 11-9. Welcome back in. Yeah, good bounce back start here for Minnesota. They were down early. They got everything going their way now. So after trailing 9-2, they're on a 9-zip run. And Gobert's locking up Jokic right now. So Jokic has missed 3 shots. He's made 2. Yeah, I think he's going to stay in Cleveland. I think the big question mark is going to be Darius Garland in his future. Like, this playoffs did not pan well for Darius Garland. I think Mitchell has shown more to stay, but all depends if Mitchell wants out for him. Things could get really interesting if LeBron wants to team up with Mitchell and come back to Cleveland. So LeBron was at one of the Cleveland playoff games. Oh, Harker, welcome back in. Thanks for joining in from Jamaica. Feel free, hit us up in the chat who you guys like to win this one tonight here, T-Wolves or Nuggets. Just like the series, it's been a roller coaster. This game so far has been that as well. It's been a scoring run for this entire game, basically, besides the first basket. Minnesota led 2-0, and then Denver went on a 9-zip run. Minnesota right now is on a 9-zip run. And Minnesota is going to get 2 free throws with Edwards heading back at the line. So this is either a closeout game tonight for Denver, if they can close it out, or if Minnesota wins, it will be played on Sunday in a Game 7. I posted my upcoming schedule in the community tab. I'll be back tomorrow night, same time, 8:30 p.m. for Knicks against Pacers. Yep, they got that right there, 8:30 p.m. I was just going to double check because they had listed the Celtics game previous, but the Celtics had already won yesterday, so they didn't need to play at 8:30 for today. But they'll have the Knicks against Pacers tomorrow at 8:30. Unfortunately, I will not be live on Saturday for Mavs versus Thunder, Game 6. I'm out of town on Saturday. My girlfriend's graduating from college. She got her master's degree, so I'll be out of town on Saturday, seeing her graduate. 2 shots here at the free throw line. We come back from the timeout. Anthony Edwards sinks them boats. It was 13-9. Four-point game right now. KCP moves it on top off to Jokic. Jokic just 2 for 5 to start. Handoff off to Murray. Murray crossover working on Towns at the right baseline. Murray dribbles up to the right elbow. Takes a tough 2. No good. Missed off the back rim, and the scoring drought continues for Denver. Minnesota with a board. Up by 4 for the T-Wolves. Under 5.5 left to go in the first. Mike Conley at the top of the key. He is guarded by KCP. Back to Conley here. Gets past Gordon. Floats up the runner. And either way, it went in. Wasn't sure if it was going to be a lob pass over the top there to Gobert, but a runner. But it went around the rim and it went in as Gobert stood next to the rim. And that dropped down for 2 by Mike Conley. Part of a 13-zip run by the T-Wolves. Jokic missed the 3 at the left wing off the back rim. Minnesota with all the momentum. 15-9, looking to add to it. Conley lobs it off the roll down Gobert. Cross court off Edwards. Up fake. Side step to his left. Finds Cat. Takes the open 3 for Cat. No good. Bricked off the back rim. Tipped up in the air. It's another offensive rebound but for Minnesota. Quarter 3 sunk through by Edwards with a triple. 18-9 for the T-Wolves. Part of a 16-zip run. Anthony Edwards with 7 points. Corner 3, Gordon. Gordon no good. They're bricking shots left and right for Denver. Minnesota with the ball. They've backed it up so far. 16-0 run on a 4-minute and 50-second span. Cat, lob, over the top. Gobert flushes it through with a 2-hand jam. 20-9, and Mike Malone will keep his team on the floor playing right now. It's an 18-zip run in a 5-minute clip. Murray at the right wing, lobs it off to Jokic. Jokic at the right elbow. He's been stone cold for the best player in the world, the Joker. He had 41 in the last game. Struggling tonight recently. Missed 3 off the back rim, no good by Michael Porter Jr. I cannot believe that this is still going on. That there was a camera panned over to Mike Malone and that he's letting his team play through this ginormous run right now. As Edwards went up, Edwards got fouled. 3:34 left to go in the first. Edwards will have 2 free throws, about to make it a 20-zip run for Minnesota. How in the world do you not call a timeout? It's crazy. This is an 18-0 run. You got timeouts for a reason. Like, Rick Carlisle burned every single one of his timeouts but one, with still 18 minutes left to go in the last game for the Pacers. First free throw is good by Edwards. This is now a 19-zip run. Yeah, thanks so much, Jeffrey. Appreciate it, man. Second free throw is good. 20-0 run. 22-9 right now is the score. If you just joined in, if you joined in at the beginning of the stream, the score is 9-2 Denver. And now it's a 20-0 run in a 5.5+ minute span. KCP bounce pass Jokic, 15-footer. Jokic, swoosh. That finally stops a 5.5+ minute scoring drought for Denver. Minnesota's doubling up the Nuggets. Edwards at the right wing. Jab step defended by Murray. Edwards dribbles, drives inside up to the cup. And Edwards, kiss off the glass, scores. Up and in off the backboard off the high archer. Gutted the drop, good for 2. 13-point lead. Naz Reid collects the steal. Reid passes ahead of the pack. And it's a right-hand flush thrown down by Jaden McDaniels. Out of the fast break transition. That is able to allow Mike Malone to finally take a timeout for Denver. 26-11. Mike Malone is peed off at his team right now. Aaron Gordon just completely lost the dribble to that. It went off his shoe. He turned it over. Naz Reid collected a steal. And then a full court outlet up ahead over to Jaden McDaniels, who tore down the Roo Shack with a right-hand jam. We got brick shots everywhere for what I thought was the king of efficiency, the Denver Nuggets. It is Brick City out there today in this game. That used to be the Lego company corporation called Brick City in Niagara Falls on Clifton Hill. Used to have that back in the 2000s when I last went there in the late 2000s. But this game has been just brick shot after brick shot lately for Denver. Jokic is 3 for 7. Murray can't hit anything. Murray's missed all 4 shots he's attempted. Michael Porter Jr., after a good start for him, he's missed 2 in a row. And turnover issues. 4 turnovers. Lazy passes, bad turnovers. This is not called championship basketball. Looked like Denver thought that this game was handed to them after they started off 9-2. And you get to play the full 48 for a reason. It's a 15-point game. Murray dribbles up inside the key. Flings it out left corner. KCP at the left corner, guarded by Edwards. Sends it on to the top of the key off to Jokic. Handoff Murray, 3 in the shot clock. Murray, spin move. Murray blocked. Karl-Anthony Towns deflects Murray, and it's a block by Cat. Edwards up the floor to laser. Anthony Edwards right down the chute, sizzles the triple. 29-11. Absolutely him for Anthony Edwards. This is part of a ridiculous 27-2 run in favor of the T-Wolves in a 7-minute span. 3 is good by KCP at the right corner. 27-5 run. T-Wolves with possession. 2 minutes left to go in the first. Bounce pass goes all the way to Cat. Cat down low underneath triple team. No problem. Karl-Anthony Towns kiss off the glass. A ring around a Rosie. Scores up and then off the backboard. 31-14. Jokic at the elbow, guarded by Cat. And Cat picks up the reach and foul. This is definitely not championship level identity basketball being displayed by Denver at all today. This is just hero ball mode 3.0. Inbound for Denver. Left hand layup opportunity. No good. Missed off the glass too strong by Reggie Jackson. Rebound secured for Minnesota. Edwards shake and bake. Defended by Christian Brown. Step back 3 in the air over Brown. Missed off the rim short by Edwards. Rebound controlled for the defense for Denver. Number 9, Justin Holiday, right now on the floor alongside Reggie Jackson, Nikola Jokic, Christian Brown, and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Jokic dribbles up, bouncing bodies off a Cat, flings it out to the right corner. KCP with a 3, bricked off the back rim, and the rebound secured for Minnesota. Final minute left to go in the first. Edwards looking to see if he can put his team up by 20. Right now to close out the quarter. Edwards, top of the key, guarded 1-on-1 by KCP. Edwards, bounce pass to his right. Naz Reid laces up a 3, bricked off the back rim, no good. A rebound secured by Jokic. Jokic up the floor, finds KCP, burst off the speed, and missed it. He got blocked from behind by Naz Reid. Here goes Minnesota with it. Transition 3, looking for the 20-point lead. They bricked it off the back rim. No good by Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Christian Brown collects the defensive rebounds. This is starting to turn out to be a 3-point shooting contest lately. Jokic off the pivot. Jokic couldn't make it as it hit the rim short. Jokic looking for the foul call. Couldn't get it there as he got bumped into. No call with the refs. They let him play on. It will be Minnesota ball with 12 seconds left to go to close out the quarter. Whole crowd comes up to its feet. What a response by the T-Wolves. Edwards at the left wing. 5 seconds. Bounce pass across the floor. Handoff to Edwards. Edwards at the buzzer. Couldn't get a shot off in time for Edwards. And we close out at the end of the first quarter. Edwards frustrated by the final possession, but holy moly. That was not championship level basketball at all by the reigning champs. 31-14. That is part of a 29-5 run by Minnesota. Right out of the gate, it looked like the Nuggets were going to take this. Denver led to the first timeout 9-2 in the first 3 minutes of the game. They had 9 points in 3 minutes, and then Minnesota goes in a 20-0 run And Mike Malone didn't even bother calling a timeout during that clip. And that's where things got just really, really bad for Denver. Everything turned sour. Like, you go in that large of a run, and once the lead went up to a 12-zip run, 14-zip run, 16, 18, the camera started to focus on the head coach for the ESPN camera shot. Once it got to an 18-zip run, he did nothing about it. Got to be free throws with a 20-0 run, and he finally decided to take a timeout. And by that time, too little too late. Team's already getting cooked right now. What's good, Jameson on the stream? Welcome back in. JFK Museum is in, so it's in Dorchester. So that's on Boston Harbor. So that is below South Boston. It's interesting. Like, there's a bunch of different neighborhoods in Boston, but South Boston isn't really, like, the southernmost part of Boston. I went to college in Milton. So Milton's 7 miles south of Boston. It's the neighboring town that borders Boston to the south. Boston is huge, though. It's like, it takes you like 30 minutes to get from one side to the other. It's that big in area length. Because where I went to college, I was off of 138 Blue Hill Ave where I went to college. Basically, like 2 minutes up the road was Mattapan. Would not recommend going there. It was very dangerous. Like, I barely went there. Luckily for me, I came from the south, so I was traveling south to north to get to college. But there was another borough of Boston that was just west. I went there quite a bit, since it was like bordering west. That was Hyde Park and Roslindale, and that is like the furthermost south of Boston. For some reason, they have South Boston, though, is where like Castle Island and the upper Massachusetts Bay is. But yeah, that's a nice area with where JFK Museum is. So that's actually on the campus of UMass Boston. They got a lot of really good athletic fields there. Yeah, UMass Boston, they actually play nighttime baseball on that campus, which is cool. I do a lot of announcing for the UMass system, not UMass Boston though, because I'm not like directly in the Boston area. I'm like an hour south. I actually do a bunch of broadcasting for UMass Dartmouth, which is like about like an hour south of UMass Boston. Start off the second quarter right now, and just a disastrous start here currently for Denver. Kyle Anderson will shoot 2 at the free throw line. The Nuggets picked up a shooting foul. That's on Michael Porter Jr., who picked up the shooting foul. Now, obviously, this game is still not over just yet. Denver, they were down by 20 against the Lakers, and they came back. But this is looking like a different story tonight, considering that Minnesota is down in the series 3-2. You can see they just wanted a whole ton more. Seems like Minnesota is just the faster team. They have like a step or two faster than what Denver's playing out there right now. Denver started out incredibly strong, but just the laziness of Denver, that's really got me. Like, I'm stunned by just the laziness of the Nuggets with some of these turnovers. These have been awful turnovers that Jamal Murray had one that he couldn't properly hand it off to Jokic as Edwards came in between and slapped it away from Murray. Got the strip and the steal and the dunk. Second free throw is good. 33-14 right now. The Nuggets have started off, they started 4 for 8 shooting. They're now 2 for 14 from the floor. So that's all-time lockdown defense by Minnesota has been back. There goes Murray as he attacks inside the paint and lays it up with the left hand. Still a long way to go in this game. They were down by 20 against the Lakers. Obviously, Minnesota is in a single-game elimination one tonight that they need to win. So this could very well look like a different story, but still a long time left to go. Conley, no good, missed the floater around the rim and out to rebound controlled by Christian Brown. Nikola Jokic on the floor with Michael Porter Jr., Christian Brown, Jamal Murray and Justin Holiday. Jokic swings it out right corner, wide open three. Holiday, no good, bricked it off the back rim. And Denver struggling, just 2 for 12 from three-point range right now. Naz Reid at the right elbow, swings it on top off to Kyle Anderson. Anderson at the top, almost slipped off the dribble. Hand off to Reid, laces up a three off the back rim, no good. Murray collects the defensive rebound, and no call by the referees. They've let these two teams, for the most part, play tonight. There's been some contact out there. They've let them play. Nice touch pass by Holiday off to the wing, and Denver cannot make a three. Denver right now is 2 for 13 from three-point range. Make it 2 for 14 as it missed the rim short by KCP. Brown. Bounce pass left corner, Michael Porter Jr. They're going into full ball hero mode for Denver. Lob down low. Jokic off a double team over Gobert, and Reid scores for 2. 33-18. Going to have to do everything with Jokic tonight inside the paint because they cannot make a three at all. They're just 2 for 14 from three. Mike Conley, top of the key, sends it off to Naz Reid, moves it across the floor towards his left to Anderson. Anderson backs his way, low block, left-handed hook, came off short, looking for the foul call, couldn't get one. These referees have had these two teams play throughout the course of tonight here. 9:40 left to go in the second, wide open three. Murray, no good off the back rim. Offensive rebound back to Christian Brown. Jokic outside, Justin Holiday takes a three, bricked again, offensive rebound. Jokic open at the quarter was Michael Porter Jr. Either way, Jokic floats it in, he scores, and one coming up at the free throw line. Just let this man get the ball every single possession until the T-Wolves stop you. That should be the game plan for the rest of this game because nobody else can make a shot. Legit, nobody else can make a shot for Denver except for Jokic right now. Jokic is scoring inside the key. Just got double teamed by 2 defenders and fouled. It is charged on Nickeil Alexander-Walker, who picked up the shooting foul. And yeah, they are just not even bothering going to the rim. Stunning. Absolutely stunning for a Nuggets team that scored 60 points in the paint during the last game. Mike Conley at the left wing perimeter. He draws a double team guarded by Jokic and Brown. Gets it away off to Reid. Fires a fastball right corner. Corner three. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, no good. Skipped around the rim and out. Rebound secured here by Denver. 33-21. Jokic buried the free throw previous to that. Jokic at the top. Jokic drives, dribble downhill to the rim. No good. Missed off the glass. The referee is letting them play on right now. Naz Reid up the floor, attacking inside the paint. Huge contact underneath. No call. An initial shot by Naz Reid as him and Michael Porter Jr. went down flying to the hardwood together right next to the stanchion. But off the putback, we do have a foul. So this is going to be 2 free throws coming up at the line by Kyle Anderson off the putback as he got fouled by Christian Brown. Two shots here for Anderson for Minnesota. First one is up. First one is good. If you're new in the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Ring the notification bell if you'd like to be notified here for future live streams in the channel. Jokic now exits. That's not a good sign for Denver. Going to have to get other players to produce here with Jokic currently in the bench. Second free throw is good by Kyle Anderson. 35-21. So this is what the 5 players look like on the floor currently for Denver. Aaron Gordon, Jamal Murray, Christian Brown, Justin Holiday, Michael Porter Jr. That's the 5 on the floor. Jokic currently in the bench. Murray swings it out on top off the Brown. The 5 in the shot clock. Brown spin move. Sends it out to the top of the key. Open three. Aaron Gordon lets it rain. Knocks down the triple. 35-24. He's the X factor. He will have to have a great game in order to mount the comeback today. Timberwolves have missed their previous 8 shots from the floor. This is an absolute roller coaster of a game here. Nickeil lobs it off to Gobert. Snags it at the right elbow. And Michael Porter Jr. picks up the reach and foul. Still a long way to go, left to go in this game, but this has been crazy. Anthony Edwards checks back in as Kyle Anderson, Naz Reid, Rudy Gobert, Mike Conley, Anthony Edwards. That's the 5 on the floor currently here from Minnesota. Conley swings it off to his left to Edwards. Edwards, guarded by Brown, dribbles up to the left elbow. Edwards, tough shot, no good. Looking for the foul call. Eventually we'll get one here. So Anthony Edwards, going up on the shot, did get fouled, and he'll shoot 2 coming up at the line. What's good, Carlito on the stream? Thanks for joining in from the Philippines. First shot is good by Edwards. Anthony Edwards, 16 points. He is the game leader right now. Jokic with 11 on 5 for 11 shooting from the floor. Edwards, second one, got the bounce. What's good, Vegas? Welcome back in here, brother. 13-point lead. If you're just joining in, this game has been full of craziness so far. Denver led 9-2 to the first timeout in the first 3 minutes, as Aaron Gordon gets defended by Gobert inside the key. Gordon, 14-footer, blocked by Gobert. And Minnesota has the basketball. Minnesota went on a 20-0 run, responding back to take the lead 22-9 until Denver finally scored. Minnesota outscored Denver 29-5 to close out the first quarter. Aaron Gordon bricked the 3. Put back right before by Minnesota for 2 more. Edwards has it at the right wing. Edwards, guarded by Christian Brown, dribbles up, low block. Edwards swings it out to the top. Reid sends it off to Conley, out to the left corner. Anderson backs his way in. Justin Holiday floats the pass, top of the key. Dribble drive right down the lane inside Naz Reid. And that'll be rolled a goaltend according by the referees. 41-24 T-Wolves with 7 minutes left to go. Naz Reid with a head full of steam getting to the rim, and Justin Holiday blocked it off the glass. That results in the goaltend. Referees tonight letting these two teams play on for the most part. They've been able to allow the physicality to happen. Murray, what the hell was that? Jamal Murray blowing a wide open layup to go for a lob off the Gordon at the rim, that the lob slipped off his hands where the basketball landed into the hands of Gobert. Naz Reid backs his way, left-handed hook shot, and he scores up and through. It's good for 2. 43-24. Jamal Murray tonight needs to be investigated right now in this game. It's been atrocious. 2 points by Murray on 1 for 8 shooting tonight. Yikes. Oh my goodness, that last possession that Murray had, that was as bad as it can get right there. I mean, I've said some big U's in the channel. That one in particular has to be the biggest out of all the big U's I've ever seen in my life in an NBA playoff game. Like, there's been some bad ones, but we're not going to remember those because those most likely have been regular season games. But I have no clue what in the world Murray was doing right there. Let's see if somebody has the replay to that on Twitter, because I need to watch that again and see what in the world Murray was trying to do right there, because I do not want to see what in the world Jamal Murray was trying to accomplish, because he didn't accomplish anything right there. Yikes. Like, what in the world was that? He blew a wide open baseline layup, and instead he went in for like a lob to Gordon when Gordon was like double teamed. And the ball slipped out of his hands. Gonna see if this is... Nope, that's not the replay. Trying to see if somebody's got this on Twitter right now. Holy smokes, I did not know that Jamal Murray was James Harden tonight. Gee. Yeah, I believe he airballed a finger roll for Murray. I don't know what the heck that was. That was it looked like a finger roll that he airballed. And nobody's got anything yet, but I'm hoping somebody posted. I hope somebody eventually posts this video. Because I don't know what in the world that was. Man, massive L tonight by Murray. Just 1 for 8 shooting from the floor. Oh boy. Yeah, I think that beats the James Harden ew. Like, that's as bad as it can go. Like a wide open bucket. As easy as you can get for a 2. And he just blew it. He blew it from 2 feet away. Naz Reid backing his way on Jamal Murray. Gutted to go in the left-handed hook shot. They showed that replay from a couple minutes back when Naz Reid, Jamal Murray on both sides of the floor just getting torched tonight. He is a minus 19 right now for Jamal Murray. Just 2 points, 1 for 8 shooting, 0 for 3 from 3. Fans are loving it right now for Minnesota. Looking to force a Game 7 if they can keep this up. Gordon is on the floor with Jokic, Murray, KCP, and Michael Porter Jr. Hand off to Murray. Murray open 3, no good. Make it 1 for 9 as his 3 skipped around the rim and out. He was open off the Jokic screen from the top of the key. Denver is 3 for 17 from 3-point range. They're lucky that Minnesota is just 3 for 13. And either way, Minnesota looking to go up by 20 right here. Edwards, step back 3 in the air. Bang, bang. He sinks it. 46-24. He's the man, Anthony Edwards, up to 19, the game leader. Third made 3 of the game. Murray, no show today. Guarded by Edwards at the left wing. Murray towards his right. Murray drives, spin move over Edwards. No good. Missed the layup off the back rim. No good. He had a step past Edwards, and he is 1 for 10 shooting. Jamal Murray seeing double out there on the floor. Naz Reid passes out to the left wing. Open 3. Cat, no good. Offensive rebound by Minnesota. They flug it out of bounds, though. Miscommunication between Kyle Anderson and Jaden McDaniels. So sailed out of bounds. Looking very well like there's going to be a Game 7 on Sunday based on the rate that we're going right now. This is way too far out of reach, I would imagine. Barring a monumental collapse by Minnesota. If Jamal Murray's showing like this, it doesn't matter if it's the first half right now. I know he's a late riser in games that he shows up in the second half, but you cannot be playing like this simply in the first half. It's a steal by Minnesota, no good. Missed off the tip-in opportunity by Cat. Second chance, it is good. Up and in off the backboard for Cat. 48-24. Denver simply getting out-hustled everywhere in this game. Jokic sends it on top to Porter Jr. Outside Reggie Jackson. You need a spark. You look for him to get you one, and he couldn't right there. He bricked the 3. Rebound control by Minnesota. T-Wolves looking to extend this lead. Edwards, top of the key. He is the game leader. He'll slow down the basketball. 19 points by Edwards. 26 to 12 points in the paint in favor of the T-Wolves. 4.5 left to go before halftime. Reed, the skip pass. Out to the left corner. No good. Missed around the rim and out by Karl-Anthony Towns. He was celebrating with his hands up as it was halfway down and spun out around the rim. Gordon floats up a high shot off the top of the glass. Got bumped into and fouled by Towns. Ashton, welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Nathan on the channel, welcome aboard. Absolutely sad tonight for the Nuggets. 24 points with just about 4 minutes left to go before half. Like, how in the world does this happen? You go all the way from 117, 115, and 112. You had 3 games that you scored in the 110s around that area. And tonight you have 24 points with under 4.5 left to go before half. Now it's up to 25. Gordon makes the free throw. They really backed it up tonight so far from Minnesota. Determined bunch for this crew right here. Yeah, best of luck to your move there, Ashton. Second free throw by Gordon's good. Yeah, what a demolition right now. Mike Conley up the floor, into the hands of the Cat. Top of the free throw circle, got it deflected, but able to pick up the loose ball around the midcourt logo. Edwards, he has 19. Edwards at the corner, guarded by Jokic off a double team, and Edwards stepped out of bounds with it. So a turnover committed by Minnesota. (48-26) under 4 minutes left to go before half. Jokic, handoff, Michael Porter Jr. turns the corner, drives inside the paint. Michael Porter Jr. and one coming up at the free throw line. 20-point game. Signs of life for Denver right there. That is what happens when you attack the paint. Good things happen. It's been a 3-point shooting contest throughout this entire first half, and they finally start to discover that, yeah, you can go inside too and get buckets. That works out as well. Working out much, much better than jacking up 3 after 3 after 3 in this game. Free throw is good by MPJ. 48-29. Mike Conley sends it off to the wing into the hands to Gobert. Hand off Conley. Laces up a 3. Swoosh! Mike Conley buries the triple. 51-29. Once again gets the crowd right back in it for the T-Wolves. Caldwell Pope lobs it off to Jokic. Jokic at the right elbow, guarded by Cat. Away from the basketball, we have a foul. This is their chance tonight for the Nuggets, because you got a home game in the next one, but still, you never know when it's your last chance, and this may have been their last chance tonight, depending. KCP makes the free throw. So it's rolled defensive 3 seconds for a technical charge to Minnesota. Jokic at the top. Jokic takes the 3. Jokic bricked it off the back rim. And a bad efficiency type of game here for Jokic. He is struggling below 50%, which is not his number. 5 for 12 right now, shooting from the floor. 0 for 3 from the perimeter. Mike Conley sends it on top off to McDaniels. McDaniels accelerates off the spin move over Murray and gets fouled. And 2 shots coming up at the free throw line. So Jamal Murray, just not with the program tonight in this game, picks up the shooting foul. That's his first personal foul tonight. What's good, this guy? Welcome back in here, man. Yep, definitely have seen so many 20-point leads evaporate quickly. There's Jamal Murray, man, something just looks completely wrong from him tonight. It's like he's playing more than half asleep out there. Looking like he's like 95% asleep for Jamal Murray. First one is good by McDaniels. This was a terrible game plan by the Nuggets. They thought they had this game based on how they started off with a 9-2 lead. That's only a snapshot of 3 minutes out of the 45 left in the game after that span that they led. And the rest has been history. Gordon, handoff, receives it from Jokic into the hands to Porter Jr. Turns the corner, bounce pass, right corner. Gordon on the 3, connects on it. Okay, so that was a good shot for Gordon. Great stroke there. Excellent bounce pass from Michael Porter Jr. to the right corner. And you really needed that, and you sunk it. So finally able to make an uncontested 3. Conley at the elbow. Big response right back. Mike Conley buries the deep 2. 55-33. 2.5 left to go before halftime. Murray, as the defense swarm, brought a double team out to the top. Missed 3 straight away. Off the rim by KCP for the Nuggets, and Edwards has the ball. Edwards at the right wing, turns the corner, bounce pass outside to the wing. We get a offensive foul picked up, charge to Minnesota away from the basketball. Yeah, Minnesota with a lot of big blocks today so far. Seems like they've got more than 2 blocks. McDaniels is both of the blocks to begin in this game. Just this series has been just all over the place. 55-33 as we take a timeout. Denver only attempted 19 threes total in their last game. Tonight they're just settling constantly, and they are cold. Cold as ice. They've attempted more threes than they did in the entire game during the last game. What they've attempted right now with still 2:12 left to go before half. They're right now 4 for 21 from 3. They got nothing off the bench. Jokic has 11, but he's missed 7 shots. And Murray has got really just nothing going right today. I don't know what in the world happened to Murray here. It looks like he completely missed falling asleep last night. Edith, what's good? Welcome back in. Jamal Murray's just been outright horrendous. 2 points, 1 for 10 shooting, 0 for 3 from 3. Nobody else has been able to have a good game. Like, the Nuggets are playing as bad of a first half that you can imagine. And the T-Wolves defense, once again, it is looking like that game number 2 defense. That historically great defense that the T-Wolves had in game 2. They're getting it right now. They're just out hustling Denver by a landslide, 2 on the glass. 10 rebounds by Karl-Anthony Towns, 8 rebounds by Gobert. These rebounds taking a toll on Denver right now. They just cannot keep up. Just a load of offensive rebounds. 34-18 for Minnesota on the glass. Simply just wearing them down in the glass. 9-4 for offensive rebounds for Minnesota. Yeah, this is looking like that last game between the Knicks and the Pacers, where the Knicks just shredded the Pacers on the glass. What's good, Mary Lou in the stream? Welcome in. Now, obviously, if Minnesota can wins this game, this sets in stone the times as well for the conference finals. I'm going to see if I can dig that up. I'll go through it during halftime. So we get back to action right now. Just about 2 minutes left to go before half, and Denver turns it over. Edwards at the top, flicks it out to his left. Towns puts the ball into the hands to Conley. Step back 3 in the air over his defender as KCP slipped up. Missed the 3 though. Got tapped to the bounds. Last touched off of Jokic. Underneath the hoop for Minnesota. Cat has it at the wing now. Sends it off to McDaniels. McDaniels drives inside the key with a left hand. Scoop score up and in off the backboard. Good for 2 by Jaden McDaniels. Just straight line dribble drive penetration that Denver wasn't able to convert on. Jokic receives a Jokic down low, a one-man show, flings it up, scores, and one. So one free throw now for Jokic. So Cat got Jokic as Jokic was cutting to the hoop. The free throw by Jokic is good. It bounced off the rim. It was able to drop in. 19-point game. Minute and a half left to go before halftime here. Minnesota with possession. Edwards on top, swings it off to Conley. Conley brings along a double team, gets it off to Edwards here at the top of the key. Edwards dribbles, drives, down the lane inside, no good. Looking for the putback flush with Gobert. Couldn't get it though. Outlet pass up ahead to Murray. Moves on top off to KCP with a minute 10 left to go. Caldwell Pope flings it off to the right wing. Lob from Jokic as he was able to have it, and then KCP off the baseline dribble. Luckily for him, he got it stripped. Off the drive, he was fouled, according to the officials, with 58.7 seconds. So let's see, he drove on Edwards. Oh yeah, Edwards hit him on the side of the body. So Edwards hit him on the side of the body. Caldwell Pope will shoot two at the free throw line. Yeah, just such a disappointing game tonight for the Nuggets here. First one is good. That's by Denver, so it's 57, 38. Yeah, 57-38 we got right here. Final minute left to go before half. Top of the key. Here's a three. Straight away. Conley, no good. Bricked off the back rim. Porter Jr. collects the defensive rebounds. Jokic. Up to double figures, but defense holding him tight so far in this matchup. Gordon. Out to the top to Jokic. Spin move. Working on McDaniels. Floats up the runner with a right hand. Drops it in. It's good for two. A 17-point game now. Final 30 seconds left to go before halftime. Mike Conley. Guard at the top of the key. Bounce pass goes to Edwards. Edwards brings along a double team. Gets it away. Out to the left corner. Naz Reid swings it out as they gambled. Went for a double team. Missed shot from three-point range in the open perimeter shots. Missed off the mark by McDaniels. What was that as that ball was flung all the way up the top of the floor? Got intercepted by Minnesota at the midcourt logo. Naz Reid with a three. Skipped around the rim and out. No good. A putback right at the buzzer now. It is good by Jaden McDaniels at the horn for the putback two. 59-40. We go into halftime. A bunch of brick shots, but finally one at the end off the putback. You have three blue jerseys inside the key just staring at the basketball, forgetting to box out between Jokic, Gordon, and KCP. And Jaden McDaniels beats everybody to the ball, soars up, puts it back through his two hands, up and in to the middle of the net. Good for the putback from point-blank range for the two. And that's how we close out going to halftime. 59-40 as we enter halftime here, and the T-Wolves just absolutely shredding the Nuggets. This game was not close. Denver led this game too, to begin. Yeah, we got 59-40 as a score. For some reason, I'm just going to double check the ESP. Wow, that's not even close. What in the world? If you're on ESPN looking for the scoreboard, ESPN's got the entire score completely wrong. They have 57-33. Whoever's working in the stats department's got that score completely wrong right now. I don't know how. How is the score 57-33 according to ESPN? Gee, that is it's quite wrong right there. They gotta fix that fast. So if you're looking to if you're looking up the score right now and you went over to ESPN.com, they got the score completely wrong right now. So just disregard whatever they have on the internet if you're trying to look up stats yourself currently. Wow. I'm trying to see if there's an issue on their end. I've had some issues with their score stuff throughout the playoffs too. So still a long way left to go in this game, but really tough one right now for the Nuggets. Really, really tough one here. Anthony Edwards, 19 points, leading the game right now. Double-digit rebounds already in the first half by Karl-Anthony Towns. He has 10. 13 by Jaden McDaniels for scoring. McDaniels has been excellent, 5 for 7 shooting. He also has 2 blocks in the first half for him. Yeah, Yahoo's got the same thing. I think Google should have the same thing, and then because I bring up the side. Yeah, they finally got the score correct on ESPN, so somebody finally updated it. It said 59-33. It was 55-33 or 57-33, and then it updated to 59-33. Something happened probably within their stats that they got glitched or something. Because if you lose internet connection, then they were probably putting in stats or so that's probably why they were wrong. But man, Denver's attempted more 3-point shots than they did throughout the entire game in their last game. They attempted just 19 threes in the last game. They made most of those though. But tonight they're 4 for 21 from 3. I just don't know what happened to Jamal Murray tonight. There's no hot hand for the Nuggets. Like, this is as bad as a game that you can get out of Jamal Murray. Jokic is 16 right now, but doing whatever he can possible for the Joker. 7 for 14 from the floor. 0 for 3 from 3 for him. Everything he's trying to do possible right now to get his team back into. Michael Porter Jr. with 8. Aaron Gordon's got 8. KCP with 6. They got 0 bench points. That's part of the problem, too. That the other guys on the bench have been pretty solid. Christian Brown, Reggie Jackson, Justin Holiday. Tonight they have not combining to shoot the ball 0 for 6 off the bench tonight. And then Jamal Murray's on just another world tonight. Just not in the moment at all for Jamal Murray. Just that's as by far as bad as a half that you can get. I mean, luckily for Denver, Minnesota is shooting 5 for 21 from 3. If they're not, if the T-Wolves right now are shooting like an insane clip, like 12 for 21, 15 for 21 in the first half, then this is like a 40-point blowout going into halftime right now. So they're lucky it's only 19 points for the Nuggets. 19 points by Anthony Edwards leading the way, 13 by McDaniels, then that double-digit rebound total with Towns with 10. Just this should be like a final score rebound number tonight for Minnesota. They got 36 rebounds already in the first half. They're just out hustling Denver all over the floor tonight. 36-21 in rebounds in favor of Minnesota. Minnesota's 11-4 on the offensive glass. They got the 2 second chance points at the end. It comes down to boxing out And Denver just watching the ball go up, forgetting to box out, leads to the open second chance opportunities. Yeah, rough game for Denver. They're bricking shots all over the place for them. So welcome in, everybody. John in the stream, Young Metro. Welcome in, everyone. Thanks all for joining in. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well. As right now we're just at halftime. So I stumbled upon this. So the conference schedule, the conference final schedule has already been released, but the actual dates to it are just waiting for this game to wrap up. If the T-Wolves win this game tonight, then the conference final schedule is set in stone, and this is what we would have. So if Minnesota is able to win tonight, force a Game 7, this is what we would have tonight. Eastern Conference Finals would start on Tuesday, and then the Western Conference Finals would start on Wednesday. So that's what it would look like right there. So if Minnesota is able to escape with a win, that benefits the Celtics because they'll be able to keep on getting some more rest for them. And instead of playing Sunday against the Knicks, even if the Knicks win tomorrow in 6, it still will get pushed to Tuesday because the NBA wants to have basketball on every single day in the month of May in the playoffs. And that's why, because Sunday is the scheduled Game 7 day. So we're looking like we're going to go to a Game 7 here, barring a miracle comeback by Denver. Now, I do have to say, Denver did come from 20 down and beat the Lakers, but that's with Darvin Ham as a head coach. And he's no longer there for LA. And LA also blew a 12-point lead twice in that series. So they blew 3 double-digit leads out of the 4 games that the Lakers lost to the Nuggets. I just do not see Minnesota blowing this game wide open. That they know it's an elimination game. That they're going to back themselves up, saying that they could do it, even though they're down, trailing in the series 2-3. That they can come from behind and win it. This is a home game tonight. They get the crowd rocking right behind them. And they got all the momentum. Jamal Murray, Mr. Second Half, he's going to have to transform into his previous self in that Lakers series if they want to have any sort of comeback chance, because I don't know what in the world's going on with him tonight. So this is looking like if the T-Wolves are able to keep up their lead and win this game, then the Celtics would play their first game on Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern time against the winner of the Knicks against Pacers. And then the Western Conference Finals will start at 8:30 p.m. on Wednesday, with whoever wins this series will take on the winner of the Thunder Mavs series. What's good, Asia, on the stream? Welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Just a stunning game played in the first half by Denver. I was shocked that that was allowed to just happen with Mike Malone, that the T-Wolves went in a 20-0 run and there was no timeout called within that stretch. That he allowed his team to play it out on a 20-0 run and didn't make any sort of adjustment or take a timeout. Hey, there we go. Welcome on the stream here. He's looking for the T-Wolves in this one. So Mr. JB looking for the T-Wolves. Mr. JB hopefully is gonna be able to get us back to more better, affordable housing prices for the future. Hey, there we go. That's called a brain freeze right there. So these conference finals games, they go all the way from May 21st to June 2nd for the Eastern Conference Finals. May 22nd to June 3rd for the Western Conference Finals. That goes from 1 to 7 for all those games. I don't know if they've released the game times yet for Sunday because it depends on who's playing. I know one of the games will be at 3:30, I believe, on Sunday. So one of those games will be played at 3:30. Yeah. So the NBA actually has it listed. Indiana versus New York at 3:30. I don't know when Minnesota versus Denver would be. I'm guessing it would be around the 8 o'clock hour, honestly, because I think that's what they did a couple years ago, if I'm not mistaken. They had an afternoon game on during the Sunday afternoon. I think it was Celtics against Bucks, who was the conference semifinals from 2 years ago, on Sunday afternoon around 3:30. And they did that last year where it was Celtics versus Sixers. I remember that. Celtics versus Sixers was a 3:30 game because I had a game at 1 that I was coming back from for the game 7, and I got back around like 4:30ish, and I streamed midway through the Celtics versus Sixers game for game 7 last year. So yeah, the Eastern Conference game gets the mid-afternoon game at 3:30, and then I believe Minnesota versus Denver is going to be 8 o'clock at night, if I'm not mistaken, on Sunday for game 7. If Minnesota can hold Denver here in the second half and force this game 7. Yeah, because thinking back to it, a few years ago, the Mavs against the Suns, I remember covering that game. That was a game 7. I remember the Mavs smashed the Suns. Oh, goodness. The Suns picked the worst game to not show up. And that classic meme that's all over the internet, Luka smiling right over the shoulder of Devin Booker from a few years back. That was an 8 o'clock start time on the East Coast. So yeah, I believe that will be the start time approximately for this game 7. What's good, Luis in the stream? Welcome in. Thanks for joining back in from Ontario, FN. Welcome on board. Yeah, that should be interesting. So I remember watching the NBA on NBC when I was like 5-6 years old, like back in the early 2000s. That was cool to watch back then before ABC got the rights. Unfortunate that it's gonna split up the inside the NBA guys on TNT. Good sign though for NBC. NBC had been wanting to like get more involved in like sports because they do Sunday Night Football for the NFL. They don't do like the majority of games though, because CBS and Fox gets the package for the NFL to do all those day games, but they get the night game every single week. We're gonna start the third quarter in just a moment. Yes, I'm a Celtics fan if you guys didn't know. All right, so here we go. Back to action as we start off the beginning of the third quarter. Right to left on the floor, Gobert underneath, and quick whistle here to follow. Gobert will shoot 2 at the free throw line. Yeah, I like it because it gets everybody like involved. Like all you need to get NBC is antenna TV. So basically everybody's gonna get that. It's not like you need a specific streaming package in order to get ESPN or cable like TNT to get cable or off a streaming package that has it. Both of the shots were missed at the free throw line by Gobert. As Laplace back on the stream, welcome in. Once again, T-Wolves looking strong so far. Jokic at the wing, steps out, takes the three, came off the rim short. And there's an opportunity that was just wasted right there by the Nuggets as Jokic just couldn't find a stroke from three. Having a tough game tonight. 0 for 4 from the perimeter now. Cat slides it off to his right to Conley. Conley flings it out top of the key cap. Pushes it out to the left wing. Edwards dribbles up. Floats up the runner off the glass. No good. And in and out of the hands of Cat. Or that's going to be in and out of the hands of Gobert out of bounds. And it will go back to the Nuggets. Jamal Murray, just 2 points this entire game on 1 for 10 shooting. Jokic, hand off to Murray, jumper, no good. Make it 1 for 11 from the floor as it came off the rim short, no good by Murray. Conley brings up the floor here for Minnesota. Bounce pass goes to Edwards, outside to Conley at the right wing. Conley dribbles up, floats it out left corner. Left baseline, Jibble McDaniels with an opportunity. He walks the tightrope, and he shuts the door with a two-handed flush. 61-40, tear down a Rushak with a two-hand jam by Jaden McDaniels. Nuggets back their way to the mid-block. Jokic moves it outside Murray. Murray at the right elbow, passes down low, and jam gets thrown down by Gordon with a two-hand slam. 19-point game once again. Gordon's up to double figures with 10. Edwards on the outside, bounce pass over to Gobert. Flings it out left corner. Conley, extra pass, left corner three, rattles in. Jaden McDaniels knocks down the triple. 64-42. He has found his touch in a big way tonight in this game. He's got 18, number 2 scorer behind Edwards with 21. Edwards collects the steal. Edwards up in the open floor. Drives right past Porter Jr. Attacks right to the rim, and he dunks it down with a two-handed slam. 66-42. These minutes are critical for the Nuggets to make a comeback, and they fail to do so. And this is looking like Minnesota's going to take this for a victory tonight and force a Game 7. Quick timeout taken by Mike Malone of Denver. 9:51 left to go, and Anthony Edwards putting on a show tonight for the hometown fans, looking to force the Game 7 on Sunday. If you're new in the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell if you'd like to be notified here for future live streams in the channel, as we just started off the third quarter, and still nothing has changed for Denver tonight. Jokic is missing threes, Murray is missing shots, and Edwards still out there exploding for 21 points on you, a plus 30 on the floor for Anthony Edwards. 3 steals, by the way, for Edwards. This man, he just has the it factor in it to turn up the Jets and just be the ultimate winner for Anthony Edwards. Backing up the belief here that Minnesota can come back in this series, and they're doing it tonight. The defending champs once again on the ropes. Defending champs started off 0-2. Looking to avoid going down and losing this series outright 0-2. What a wild series. So looking like there's going to be a Game 7 on Sunday. They haven't released the time yet, but if I'm not mistaken, I believe it's going to be at 8 p.m. at night. But it hasn't been certain yet by the NBA. I'll see if there's any updates to when that Game 7 would be. Yeah, I think whoever wins this matchup has a really good chance to advance over to the NBA Finals. Yep. I think whoever wins this matchup is going to take on the Celtics in the finals. Defense, 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 and defense tonight has rolled for the Minnesota Timberwolves, giving the Nuggets a lot of issues. My oh my, is this series switched once again in the favor of Minnesota. Anthony Edwards, 21 points, 3 steals. We come back from the timeout. Nuggets left to right on the floor here for Denver. Top of the key, Michael Porter Jr. Defender went down with McDaniels behind the play. Missed jumper straight away by MPJ. I don't know what happened for Denver, but seems like none of these guys got a good quality night's rest yesterday. Conley. Bounce pass into the hands to Cat, moves it outside. Conley swings it out on top over to Edwards. Edwards crossover, drives. He drives right past Porter Jr. attacking to the cup, and Edwards gets clobbered. 2 shots here coming up at the free throw line for Anthony Edwards. He is down, by the way. Oh no. Anthony Edwards right now is down. He's in some pain right now on his belly. And Edwards has to get checked out by the medical staff, so he is down right now. There's a slippery spot being cleaned up by a court crew member right next to Edwards on the floor. Oh no. Anthony Edwards right now is down. So he is still down. Face flat on the hardwood, hitting the deck hard. And we take an injury timeout for Edwards. Oh no. That's what you do not want if you're Minnesota. The face of the future. Your franchise player going down. He was right down in his belly. Couldn't get up. Couldn't move. Hard foul from behind too. That was on Porter Jr. He beat off the dribble, who picked up the shooting foul. What's good, 082899 in the stream, liking the Mavs and the Celtics for the championship. I actually said that in Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals last year. I said that I would not be shocked if it would be Celtics against Mavs next year. What's good? Bong in the stream. Welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Yeah, so we're just awaiting here about Anthony Edwards. He got fouled hard from behind as he had a step right past Porter Jr. to the rim. And then went in for a left-hand layup, got clobbered from behind, and fell down face flats, hitting the deck on his belly for Edwards. So we don't know yet. I'm looking at Twitter to see if there's any updates or anything, and there's nothing out there just yet. We cut directly to a commercial break once it happened. What's good? James in the stream, welcome in. Feel free to hit us up in the chat as well. Who you guys like to take this series? It's looking like it's going to go to 7. Type in who you guys got to win this series here, Nuggets or T-Wolves. Got 300 plus in the stream. If you guys are new in the channel, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. I plan on being back tomorrow night as well, covering Knicks against Pacers, so if you'd like to come on board, feel free to do so. So Anthony Edwards right now moving around. Great sight to see. Stretching out towards the bench area right now during that timeout. So good to see that he's able to get up. Let's see on this replay as he drove, had a step right past Porter, and then fell down hard. He actually fell down on his backside. There was a sweaty spot too on the floor, so took a tough fall on his backside. And then rolled over right on his front. So Edwards going to toughen it up here. Absolute legend. Heading to the free throw line, shooting 2 for Edwards. He's in some pain. He's in quite some pain right now, trying to hobble this one off. 21 points by Edwards. 6 for 6 at the free throw line. He'll shoot 2. First one's up, first one no good. Around the rim and out. Second shot by Edwards is good. So 67-42 right now, and he will stay in the game. Jamal Murray, guarded by Edwards, edge in the midcourt logo. Murray dribbles up to the left wing. Murray drives in Edwards, and Edwards picks up the reach and foul. So this will be a Nuggets inbound, just above 9 minutes left to go in the third. Inbound, it goes to Murray. Murray sends it off to the free throw circle. Porter Jr. Into the hands to Murray. Murray dribbles up to the right corner. Murray, 5 in the shot clock. Murray, baseline dribble. Murray, low blocks, flings it out left corner. KCP elevates for the 3, and he sizzles it. 67-45, still a long way to coming back for this game for Denver, but that's a promising shot. That was just made from the left corner. Edwards sends it off to Conley at the left wing. Mike Conley, 10 on the shot clock. Lobs it off to Cat. Cat brings along a double team outside to the corner. Dump off down low. Pivot by Rudy Gobert. He throws it down with a two-hand slam. 69-45. Bad rotation defensively by Denver. 24-point lead. Jokic, top of the free throw circle, flings it out right corner, up fake. KCP sidestep to his left, takes the 3, came off the rim short. Offensive rebound, tipped it off to Gordon, into the hands to Murray. He connects on the 3. So finally, Jamal Murray does something now and puts his team winning 21. 8 minutes left to go in the third. Edwards passes the midcourt logo outside off to Conley. Conley at the left wing. Lobs it off to Cat. Cat at the left elbow. Cat double teamed. Gets it off on top over to Edwards. 30-footer by Edwards. Came off the rim short. Gordon collects the defensive rebound. Aaron Gordon up the floor. We get a reach and foul picked up, charge to McDaniels. Yeah, I probably won't go as much as 30 for the T-Wolves to win this game by. It seems like Denver's got a little bit of momentum in them. I don't think Denver's going to be down as much as they are right now either. So I think they're going to make things interesting, but this deficit seems like it's too much to come back from, though. What's good? Anthony on the stream. Welcome in. Jamal Murray gets the inbound. Finally made a quality shot from 3. Murray snakes his way inside the paint. No good. Missed the runner. Just not his game tonight for Jamal Murray as he missed it off the back rim. 2 for 13 from the floor tonight for Murray. Edwards slows down tempo. Bounce pass off the Cat. Backs his way off a double team. Cat with a right hand. Inside a key over KCP. He scores for 2. 71-48 and just a total demolition in this game right now with under 7 minutes left to go in the third. Jokic outside finds Caldwell Pope. Back into the hands to Jokic. Jokic at the low block. Fires the pass. Left wing. Open 3. Porter Jr. No good. Skipped around the rim and out. Gobert collects the defensive rebound. Minnesota with possession, up by a ton. Conley at the top, outside Towns, flings that left corner, open three. Jaden McDaniels rips down the triple. Bang, bang by McDaniels from the left corner, having an excellent game by him tonight, and a timeout taken on the floor by Denver. 74-48, nobody there to rotate over defensively for the Nuggets. Some bad defense by Denver. They gambled again. They brought the double team. Well, got to get somebody to rotate over and cover the open shooter in the corner, and that was not the case right there. Jaden McDaniels playing a game of his life offensively, complimenting Edwards tonight, combining for 43 out of the 74 between those two. And McDaniels, he's got 21, just made his third three in the night, 8 for 10 shooting. Edwards with 22, and then both of the bigs have 11 rebounds each. Gobert and Towns with 11 total rebounds. As a team, Denver is just 24 total. Jokic has been limited to 5 rebounds. (41-24) right now is the rebound margin for Minnesota. Atraxia on the stream, welcome in. This Nuggets team simply was not ready to compete tonight. Like, they're late right from the start. Lazy turnovers, the failure to box out, and poor shot selection has been the downfall of their team today. This was almost another turnover. Gobert jumped the route, almost picked it off at midcourt. Gordon beats him down to the rim as Gordon cashes it in for 2. 24-point game now. T-Wolves with possession, and they'll keep on using clock. They're 6 for 8 this quarter. Edwards sent it off to Conley, but referees blow the whistle, say that Jamal Murray picked up a personal foul. Conley gets the inbounds. Mike Conley flings it out to the wing. Towns on top. Edwards steps into an open three. Came off the rim short. Murray collects the defensive board. 6 minutes left to go in the third. KCP at the left corner. Caldwell Pope sends it on top off to Murray. Murray defended by McDaniels 1-on-1. McDaniels been a real deal tonight in this game. Murray floats it up over the top, looking for Gordon, cutting backdoor to the hoop. Mistimed his jump, went off the rim, as that was no good on the lob attempt. Offensive rebound, though. Christian Brown, his pass deflected, goes right back to him. Missed the shot, got the offensive rebound once again. Murray, pro hop in the key. Outside finds KCP, launches the three around the rim and out, as they miss another shot. And this T-Wolves defense looking like the same defense that they had in Game 2. Minnesota with a board, up by 24. Edwards at the target center logo. Crossover right wing, backs his way to the elbow, working on KCP. Edwards keeps on backing his way. Jumper to right elbow, and he drills it. 2 more for Anthony Edwards over KCP for the jumper. 76-50, approaching 5 minutes left to go. Murray, splash, drills the 3. Too bad for Nuggets fans that Jamal Murray didn't play like that to begin this game. That's the best shot that he's taken all day long for Murray. Rising up for the 3 at the wing and sinking the 3. 6 out of his 8 total points have come in this third quarter. Edwards at the left wing, guarded by Gordon 1-on-1. Edwards dribbles towards the left baseline. Edwards will have the opportunity, gets towards his right. Bounce pass off the roll down. Nice pocket pass off to Gobert. And Gobert gets fouled down low on a mismatch guarded by KCP. This stops the clock here with 4:35 left to go in the third. Yeah, holy smokes, the Nuggets. Just, oh goodness. What a poor performance. Absolutely poor performance by Denver throughout this game today. Inbound from Minnesota, so it was a non-shooting foul as Gobert got fouled inside a key. Naz Reid backs his way. Left-handed hook came off the rim short. Jokic collects the defensive rebound. Jokic out of the pack finds Gordon. Gordon bursts the speed outside to the top. Murray guarded by Nickeil Alexander-Walker 101. Murray turns the corner. Jumper deep two. Murray bricked another one. Off the back rim, it goes right back over to Minnesota. So I got Denver in my bracket, so I'm going to stick with Denver. This has been a real rough one here. This has been an absolute roller coaster of a series. Naz Reid outside top of the key. Edwards 5 in the shot clock. Reid inside the key, bouncing bodies. Right-handed hook off the back rim, drops in. Good for two by Naz Reid. 78-53. 25-point margin. Almost missed the dribble handoff. KCP was able to collect it. KCP from Jokic lobs it off to Jokic, top of the free throw circle. Jokic 8 in the shot clock. Jokic backs his way. Jokic down low. Jokic to the rim. Jokic scores with a left-hand layup. .3:15 left to go in the third here, and just a total dominant game by Minnesota. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, wow, wide open on target range. What in the world was that by Christian Braun? Who in the world wanted to call a defensive switch in the middle of the play, freeing up an open shooter for a wide open three at the top of the key? Braun sends it off to his left to KCP. Corner three by Murray. That is well off the mark. Made it more difficult than what it should have been when an off-balance corner three. Christian Braun wide open on the three. Bricked again. Rebound secured by Cat here from Minnesota. The Denver Nuggets are shooting 7 for 31 from three-point range in this game. That's as bad as his gut. Minnesota's only 8 for 26. Edwards, top of the key, missed the three straight line. If Minnesota is on point from three, this is like a 50-point lead. This game is looking like Celtics against Golden State back in February. Runner is good for Denver. Denver, by the way, with 0 bench points. Murray just made the runner. Nothing off the bench by Denver's bench. 15 off the bench by Minnesota. 8 by Naz Reid, 4 by Anderson, 3 by Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Yeah, good to point that out. Welcome on the stream here, Element right now. Yeah, the T-Wolves logo, it's like shrunken down smaller. Like an old school type of logo. It's like shrunken down. Like, yeah, definitely looks like something that you see at the high school level, what they have today. 2 shots here at the free throw line for Cat. First one is good. So looking like we're going to have a Game 7, which will be on Sunday. Upcoming schedule for me, I'll be back live tomorrow night, same time, Friday at 8:30 p.m., covering the Knicks against Pacers. No stream on Saturday. I'll be off. I got my girlfriend's graduation on Saturday, so I'll be away from the area on Saturday. I plan on being back for Game 7 for this matchup on Sunday. Potentially 2 Game 7s we could have, which I would be able to cover both of those on Sunday. I believe it will be 3:30 and 8, if I'm not mistaken, for both of those Game 7s. Christian Braun lobs it off to Jokic. Minute 35 left to go. Tough shot by the Joker. No good. Around the rim and out. Rebound controlled by Minnesota. And I had said Minnesota was going to win this game in the pregame for my prediction. I thought it'd be much closer than this, though. Like, where the heck was the mindset of Denver tonight in this game, giving Minnesota this game? Minnesota now with all the opportunities to take this series. Step back three, swoosh. Mike Conley Jr. buries the 3 ball for the T-Wolves. They're up by 29. 86-57. Christian Braun couldn't finish at the rim. We're down to the final minute left to go in the third. Naz Reid attacks downhill inside the paint. Reid floats it up, no good off the back rim. Rebound secured by Denver. MPJ swings it off to Jokic. Jokic with a runner, no good. Got the tip in over Cat, though. What's good? Daddy's back in the stream. Welcome back in. Jason here on the channel, man. Man, this has just been a total demolition tonight. Jokic missing 10 shots, 20 points for him. Nobody else really showed up for Denver at all. Minnesota with the ball. Mike Conley at the left wing, 7 in the shot clock, top of the key, flings it off to Cat, off fake, Cat dribbles up inside, kick out to the left corner, wide open 3 by Naz Reid, couldn't convert. Jokic was late on the closeout as Jokic has the basketball. Jokic into the hands to Justin Holiday, off to Jokic now. 4-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Jokic backs his way. Jokic forces up a tough shot, but Jokic did get fouled by Naz Reid, so he'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. 14 seconds left. I'm looking forward to the next awful coaching video tomorrow that gets put out there. And it's going to be directly right at Mike Malone and that 20-0 run that Minnesota had in the first half. I'm looking forward to what he has to say tomorrow if there's a video put out about that. Because that dude is an absolute legend. What he does. Absolute legend, and Mike Malone's going to get absolutely roasted tomorrow. Second free throw is good. 86-61, 14 seconds left to go. Yup, all the mods, absolute legends. So many open shooters in this game for Minnesota. And so many bricks for Denver all throughout the course of this night. Mike Conley into a 3 at the buzzer. And there was contact. They're not going to call it by the refs, though. So no call for no foul. As Conley missed the 3 at the buzzer. 86-61. This looks kind of reminiscent of Game 7 last year. Or Game 7 from a couple years ago between the Suns and the Mavs. What's good, Anthony? Welcome in. Thanks for joining in here, man. So, about to enter the fourth quarter in a couple moments from now. This is super disappointing for Denver. Like, I didn't expect the defending champs to come out and be like this today. Just simply overmatched, and everybody's playing well for Minnesota. 24 by Edwards, 21 by McDaniels. Got a double-double with 10 points and 13 rebounds by Cats. Gobert's got 6 points, but he does have 11 rebounds for him. And then Mike Conley, welcome back. 10 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. 0 turnovers. That's the key to Mike Conley right there, is that he's just been so good, especially this season, leading his team and limiting the turnovers. And I'm making sure that he's able to distribute out to his teammates to make the shots. Poor, inefficient, sloppy game tonight by Denver. Jokic with 22 points, but he is getting locked up constantly. And Minnesota's defense is looking like the Minnesota defense that started off the series in the first 2 games. 22 points by the Joker, just 9 for 19 shooting. Missing all 4 3-point shot attempts. 12 points by Aaron Gordon. He needed to be great to win this game, and he's not going off tonight, so it's not happening. And then 10 points by Jamal Murray on just a terrible game by him. 4 for 18 shooting. This is looking a lot like how Denver started off the series. So appreciate everybody for being a part here of the stream for this one tonight. Wish it was much more closer and competitive, but this game was not very close right from the start. And Denver actually led, so if you're just joining in, Denver led this game to the first time out 9-2. But after that, Minnesota went on a 20-0 run and erased all hope away from the Nuggets. And the Nuggets just, there's something wrong, and right there shows you why. As they started off the third quarter with a turnover, and now they've started off the fourth quarter with a turnover. Minnesota first possession. Naz Reid attacking down low. Got it stripped, got it fouled. Reggie Jackson picks up the shooting foul. So this will be 2 free throws here coming up for Naz Reid. (15-0) bench points for Minnesota tonight. Naz Reid, 2 free throws. First one's good. Second shot's good. We will have a Game 7 on Sunday to determine the series winner of this matchup. Nuggets shooting 33% in this game. Murray, defended by Edwards, now drives downhill, swings now on top. Jokic into the hands to Christian Brown, attacks the cup, throws it down with a right-handed flush. 88-63. Where has that been all game long? There's some explosiveness. How this game started off, Minnesota got the first basket of the night on an alley-oop jam by Rudy Gobert. That set the tone for this entire game, and they're up by 25. Edwards looking to make it 28. Splash! He sinks it. Oh yeah, baby, rock on to the crowd. Anthony Edwards, right to the Minnesota fans. He's got 27 in this game, making his 4th 3 of the night. 91-63. Murray at the left elbow, backs his way in. McDaniels inside the key. Murray gets it out to the top of the key, off to Brown. Step back 3 in the air over Reed. Missed off the rim short. Edwards collects the defensive rebound. Edwards at the top now, guarded by Reggie Jackson. That's a mismatch. Edwards towards his left, still guarded by Reggie Jackson. Reggie too small. Will he go after Reggie? Elevates for the J. Edwards off the glass, too strong, no good. A rebound controlled by Porter Jr. Crossing midcourt with Murray. Murray's taking on Edwards right here. Edwards looking to lock him up throughout the remainder of this series. The 3 missed off balance, no good by Porter Jr. Been a horrendous display of the 3 ball tonight for Denver. 7 for 32 at 22% from 3. At the left wing, Conley. Conley floats it down low. Gobert with a left hand right past Michael Porter Jr. to the rim, and he scores up and in off the glass by Rudy Gobert. It's a 30-point lead for the T-Wolves. Timeout on the floor by Denver. A-Rod in attendance tonight for Minnesota. (93-63). The defending champs right now on the ropes, going to have to figure it out in Game 7 on their home floor. If you're new in the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell if you'd like to be notified here for future live streams on the channel. And this Nuggets team certainly did not look like the defending champs tonight. This might be another one of those pass the torch moments if they cannot figure it out on Sunday in the single game elimination. They had an opportunity to close it out tonight and they could not do so. Couldn't have picked the worst game to show up if you're Denver. 48-24 rebounds from Minnesota tonight. Denver just settling for way too many threes. The last game they had 60 points in the paint. Tonight they've got 30 right now. They have just completely ignored getting downhill, going to the rim for them. They are settling for way too many threes, and they have missed so many. 7 for 32 from 3 for the Nuggets. Minnesota's plus 14 points in the paint, 44 to 30 right now. Minnesota's got points off turnovers, 16 to 3. Like, this was just a lazy game that Denver played. It's like they didn't even want to even bother playing this game today. It's been impressive on the other side, too, for Minnesota. 4 turnovers, that is it. They're playing a clean game for Minnesota. 7 steals on their part. These steals have been huge, leading to multiple slam dunks tonight. Just so hungry. When you got a guy like Anthony Edwards, they just feed right off of him for this T-Wolves squad, and he is just so hungry tonight, and he wants it. He's a plus 37 on the floor, the top plus minus out of anybody on the floor for the top plus tonight, with an insane plus 37 when he's been out on the floor. 27 points, 4 for 9 from 3. He's also got 3 steals. You got 2 guys alone that's combining for double-digit rebounds. That's got 25 combined rebounds between Gobert with his 12. Towns got 13 rebounds. And as a team, the Nuggets, they're up to 34 rebounds, but they only got 25 of those defensive rebounds tonight. 30-point game. Back to action. Christian Braun with a possession. So they got their bench players in right now for Denver. They have thrown in a white flag and waved the towel on this one. Reggie Jackson takes the jumper, came off the rim short. Naz Reid collects the defensive board. This is the 5 on the floor for Minnesota. They still got Edwards out there in the court currently. So it's Anthony Edwards, Mike Conley, Rudy Gobert, Naz Reid, and Nickeil Alexander-Walker. That's the 5 on the floor. They got Carly looking for the knockout punch. Conley takes it, and he makes it. Straight away in the 3 as he buries the 3 ball. 33-point lead right now, the largest one in the game. Christian Braun on the floor, DeAndre Jordan, Reggie Jackson, Peyton Watson, and Justin Holiday. They have gone with the bench guys to close out this game. The 3 is good once again, teed up by Nickeil Alexander-Walker. 99-63. The whole crowd erupts, and Minnesota's just going to keep on doing what they're doing to just knock out this Nuggets team and deflate them and decrease their confidence going into the next game. Missed shot at the wing by Christian Braun. Terrible game from the bench as well. They have just 2 total points from the bench on the combined 1 for 12 shooting. Minnesota will take a timeout right now, and they should be able to substitute Edwards out of this game here. 8:33 left to go. Salute to the fans for Anthony Edwards as he will substitute out right now with a 36-point lead for the T-Wolves. Wow. I haven't covered many blowout games for the playoffs during my time as a channel. I can give you a rundown of a couple of those games. One of them was from a few years back when Golden State won the championship. On their road to winning the championship, though, they trailed by 55 points against the Memphis Grizzlies in the conference semis. And I mean, that's doesn't match this one with just 36, but still. This goes down as one of the bigger blowouts that I've covered in my time with the 5+ years as a channel covering playoff games. Wow. One team had it in their system tonight. That would be the Minnesota Timberwolves. And one team did not even bother to show up. Just sad by Denver. Yeah, I forgot to talk about the Phoenix-Dallas game from a few years back. That was a Game 7. That was the one that the meme is still a classic all-time NBA history with Luka staring down Booker and the Phoenix Suns not showing up for that Game 7 against Dallas from a few years back. That was another one that I covered. That was atrocious. Yeah, Dallas won that game 123-90 in a Game 7. It was 57-27. That's right. It was a 30-point game at halftime. The score is 57-27 at halftime. Steve Kerr actually did not coach that Grizzlies-Warriors game from a few years back. What was the scores? What? Oh my gosh. I forgot about that. The Warriors trailed. You think that this score was bad? 99-63. The Warriors trailed 103-55 in that game against Memphis that they got blown out in, and they still won the championship that year. That's as crazy as it gets. Golden State from 2022 on their pathway to the championship. They ended up losing that game by a final score of 134-95. They trailed as many by 55 points at one point. Steve Kerr didn't coach that game, so he was not available for that game. So those were two of the gigantic blowouts that I can remember. And then a couple nights ago too, I covered the Pacers and Knicks game where the Knicks crushed the Pacers the last time they played against each other. That series has been weird too. A lot of blowouts going on in that series. I'll be back live tomorrow night covering Knicks against Pacers for Game 6. 99-63 right now. We'll have a Game 7 on Sunday. I plan on being back on Sunday. I believe it'll be at nighttime at 8 p.m. for this matchup as we're down to 8:05 left to go. Handoff from DeAndre Jordan to the corner. They got their reserves now on the floor. Number 3 for Denver. First time in the court with Julian Strawder from Gonzaga, a rookie. Nickeil Alexander-Walker on the court with Monte Morris, Rudy Gobert, who's still playing right now, Kyle Anderson. Here comes Luka Garza about to check in to the game. As Rudy Gobert will check out. Luka Garza, National Player of the Year for college basketball from 2021 in the game for the T-Wolves. Standing ovation for Rudy Gobert as he checks out. So Garza's on the floor for the first time. Jordan McLaughlin. Monte Morris, former Denver Nugget, on the court currently from Minnesota. Kyle Anderson. Jumpers good by McLaughlin. 101-63 with 7.5 and under left to go. Denver with possession. Jackson into the hands to Peyton Watson. Missed the layup off the back from Anderson. Comes out with a rebound. Outlet pass ahead. Here's a three. Jacked up at the wing. And they bury it. Nickeil Alexander-Walker knocks down the triple. 104-63. Alexander-Walker goes right up to Edwards at the bench as a timeout gets called. And he daps up Edwards. Just the energy guys doing everything tonight here for the T-Wolves. 10 off the bench by Naz Reid, 9 by Nickeil off the bench, 4 by Anderson, 2 by McLaughlin. 25 total bench points combined compared to just 2 by the Nuggets. Wow, this is just bad for Denver. Minnesota has just shredded this team, And the only thing I can tell Denver here is you got to have a short memory of this. If you don't have a short memory of this, then you ain't going back-to-back. That is for sure. You're not reaching the Western Conference Finals in back-to-back years. You're going to be flaming out in Game 7 if you're the Nuggets. So it comes down to this short memory for Denver. And that'll be the story if they don't have that short memory and they're playing scared, playing hero ball, turning over the basketball, playing careless, playing reckless like they did tonight. No good words to describe Denver besides the first 3 minutes in this game. The first 3 minutes in this game, the Nuggets led 9-2. They went in a 9-zip run. And then after that, the T-Wolves went on a 20-0 run, and that completely deflated the Nuggets. And the Nuggets could not find any sort of shot as get ahead, stay ahead, the motto for Denver. And once they trailed in this game, Minnesota just smashed them out defensively, took over, and started to find their rhythm back. Luka Garza, oh, he hits it! Luka Garza buries the three, top of the key, bullseye! 107-63. The T-Wolves shredding the Nuggets today. The Nuggets, who, the defending champs from last season, did not play at all like a team that is looking like they're going to go back to back with a chip for 2 consecutive years. Nuggets just turned it over. These guys are pouting on the bench. Michael Porter Jr. pouting on the bench right now, not even looking at the game. Just has his head down to his shorts right now, staring downwards, and these guys look deflated. What did I just say? If you're the Nuggets, short memory. And another three is good. Minnesota, bang, bang. Monte Morris, a former Nugget, drills the three against his former team. 110-63. Under 6 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Jackson into the hands here to Watson. Watson's jumper skidded off the front rim. Nothing can drop for the Nuggets. Part of a 24-2 fourth quarter run for Minnesota. Jumper, baseline, no good, off the back rim, missed for Minnesota by number 7, Wendell Moore Jr. from Duke. And now Denver will finally head to the free throw line. This is as bad as it gets. 24-2, Minnesota is leading in the fourth quarter box score. Minnesota went in a 20-0 run, an absolute disaster for the Nuggets. Yup. Looks like the pack of T-Wolves completely swallowed up the chicken nugget tonight in one piece. That's what it looks like. There was definitely no 5-piece nuggets left over. Not 5-piece nuggets get swallowed up in one bite if there was one. The T-Wolves just pounced on the nugget and swallowed it all up in one bite tonight, because what it looks like out there, it looks like it's basically 5-on-1 in this game. Simply not fair. But you got guys competing at a high level. And the T-Wolves in a 22-0 run. Garza looking to make it 24. He's surrounded inside the key. Got it away to Wendell Moore. For the shot clock off to Garza. Penetration downhill to the rim. And he scores up and in off the backboard. Luka Garza for 2 more, baby. 112-63. Massive massacre taking place in Minnesota. Hand off to the wing. Denver will drive, and he couldn't even convert the layup. Peyton Watson was fouled off the backside. Mike Malone is going to get shredded tomorrow by AC. That is one thing for sure. The Nuggets tonight might as well be hosting their next game. Not in Denver. They might want to play that game someplace else. Just absolutely embarrassing. I don't know of any country that would allow you to play a game honestly for this team today. Getting locked out of the U.S. Might want to go to another one that has some separation between another country that has got no relations to others in the land. Yikes. It was a major, major yikes today. Two shots here at the free throw line for Luka Garza. First one is good as we're down to 4:28 left. Just insane. This entire series. One team pounding the crap out of the another. 106-80, T-Wolves took game 2. Nuggets took game 3, 117-90. 4:20 left to go. A 114-64 lead right now as Denver will connect on the 2. I haven't covered games like these in a long time. Comes up once a year that there's like a playoff blowout that's like this bad, and this is the night that there is one. A 48-point lead right now. We're just at 50 a moment ago. In the corner, loose ball. McLaughlin picked up the reach and foul, though, so it's going to stop the clock with 3:45. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well. If you guys would like to be notified here for future live streams. And, yeah, just absolute despicable act by the Denver Nuggets tonight in this game, and they're going to have to go into a short mindset. That's a good play there. Off the pass, off the roll down, they dunk it home. 114-68. Jordan McLaughlin with 3:20 left to go, off to his teammates. Outside, here's Garza. His 3 comes up short. Rebound controlled for Denver. Loose ball by the Nuggets. Scrum for the basketball. Able to pick it up, though, at the free throw circle. Kick out quarter. That pass gets airmailed. That's a turnover. This is just some horrendous display. Happy fan in the seats caught that basketball. Actually, I think that's the security guard who caught it. He had a Target logo with a name tag on his uniform. With a Target polo uniform for the happy guy who caught it in the stands. And out of bounds, last touched off of Minnesota. Turnover committed. Went off the T-Wolves top of the key. Wide open 3 here for Denver. No good. Off the back rim. Tipped off the glass. And it goes back to the T-Wolves here. Final 2.5 minutes left to go. An absolutely embarrassing game tonight for Denver. I'm just at a loss for words for this defending champion team that's... Oh, man. 28-7, fourth quarter box score in favor of Minnesota right now. This is sad. You got 2 minutes left to go, and you can't even get out of the 60s right here. This is yikes. Minnesota got it stripped out of bounds. 1:54 left. I'll be back tomorrow night covering the Knicks against the Pacers. 8:30 p.m. Game number 6 tomorrow night. And if New York wins, they'll be taking on the Celtics. The Celtics will start off their series on Tuesday, thanks to Minnesota with a Minnesota victory. So Boston will get some more rest, thanks to the T-Wolves. They'll be playing on Tuesday. NBA likes every single day for games to happen, knowing that we'll have a Game 7 appearing on Sunday now. Pass got knocked down. Minnesota saves at the baseline. They forced the turnover. Minute 20 left to go. Attacking downhill to the rim. No good. Couldn't finish in the layup as it went out of bounds off of Luka Garza. It was number 8 who missed the layup opportunity with Josh Minott from Memphis. He's in the second season. Hand off to the top here. Denver on a 3, no good. That's been a story tonight. Brick City after brick shots. 19% from 3 for the team that usually is the king of efficiency. They shot 7 for 36 tonight from 3. Luckily for them, it was not an elimination game for them, but they did not take this game seriously. 1:02 left to play. We've been waiting a while now that this game here is going to finally wrap up. Luka Garza at the free throw line, shooting 2 shots. First one's up, first one's good. Luka Garza off the bench has now 8 total points. He has the same amount of points that Michael Porter Jr. does off the bench. Free to number 2, bricked off the mark, no good by Garza. Final minute left to go. Minnesota's got all the momentum. Entering a Game 7 on Sunday. Denver, a lot of question marks, searching for answers. The wrong time to be shredded in a game like this if you're the defending champs. The wrong time to pick up a dud because you got just one full day of rest, which is tomorrow, which requires you to have a short memory. I can only imagine what these players are going to go over and go through on the plane ride back and during tomorrow. As Denver scores the bucket, they finally reach 70. 115 to 70. 70 points in a full 48-minute basketball game. Just embarrassing. A 45-point victory tonight for the Minnesota Timberwolves as we go final. 115 to 70. The final score. And that is not a typo. Second largest playoff win while facing elimination in NBA history tonight for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They did it right in front of their home fans and gave everybody out there for the home fans a chance to enjoy Minnesota Timberwolves basketball tonight at its finest. Lockdown defense. Incredible defensive game by Minnesota. Dominant on the glass. Brick after brick after brick for Denver. The Nuggets playing like one dude threw up on top of another. All those chicken nuggets were stolen off the 5-piece in a matter of seconds tonight. And they were stolen by a T-Wolf. Multiple T-Wolves out in the wild. Just pick those up, swipe them up, put them in their mouth, said bye-bye, and shredded this Nuggets team tonight. Minnesota, huge win. 115 to 70. That goes down as a 45-point victory. Anthony Edwards absolutely hammered. 27 points tonight by Edwards. He made 4 threes. He had 3 steals. He was a plus 43 in the floor. 21 points by Jaden McDaniels. He was awesome too on 8 for 10 shooting, 3 for 5 from 3. 14 rebounds by Rudy Gobert. 10 points and 13 rebounds by Karl-Anthony Towns. Off the bench, Naz Reid, he delivered for a double-double, 10 points and 11 rebounds, 9 points by Nickeil Alexander-Walker off the bench, 8 points by Luka Garza, and for Denver, Jokic at 22, he missed 10 shots on 9 for 19 shooting. Jamal Murray played a horrific game, like he was playing for the kindergarten squad today. It's as bad as it could get by Jamal Murray. Looking like he was like a 6-year-old playing against full-grown men out there. That's how bad it looked with his shots that he was missing. He shot 4 for 18 tonight for Jamal Murray with just 10 total points, and he missed an atrocious finger roll shot from 2 feet away. When it happened, I said at the time it had to be the biggest of big U's that I've ever seen on the stream. Like, I've never seen a play that's worse than that. in the history of this channel, I believe. In an NBA playoff game, I've never seen a play like that before that was worse. Jamal Murray at one point, I think it was in the second quarter, he blew a wide open layup for him. Tried to go in for a finger roll, and it just slipped out of his hands. And this game started right from the opening tip. Like, even though Minnesota trailed 9-2, that was it that they trailed in this game. Minnesota got the first bucket to lead 2-0 on an alley-oop lob, and that basically was the story right there of this game. That's how Minnesota was going to come out, play above the rim, play with force and tenacity tonight, physicality, and take it to the Nuggets. And once they trailed 9-2, didn't matter after that. They went on a 20-0 run, and that run just broke the Nuggets entirely in this game. And for Denver, they lost by 45, and you got 1 day to figure it out. 1 day to figure it out for Denver, and a team that's got zero momentum. The only thing they've got is their home crowd on Sunday in a Game 7. And they gotta have a short memory. Championship teams need to have a short memory. If you want to prove that you're a championship team once again, looking to go back-to-back, you have to have a short memory for the Nuggets. This needs to be forgotten tonight. Got to go back to the film, though, and see everything that he did wrong, and it's going to be piles and piles of tape that they'll probably spend noontime to midnight going over tomorrow. 12 hours of straight tape, getting reamed out on everything that they did wrong in this game. And we'll see what happens in Game 7. I'll be back on Sunday. They do actually, what's good for the Nuggets is that they do have the extra day because they're not playing tomorrow. And then there's just 1 day in between. So they do have that extra day. So they fly back, and then they got tomorrow to rest. They got Saturday to rest. So that extra day is huge in this series. And then they go at it on Sunday night. I believe it's going to be at nighttime around 8 p.m. Thanks all for joining in, being a part of the stream for this one tonight. 115-70 is the final score. Minnesota with a humongous win by 45 points. And we're going to close out to the channel members. All channel members get a shout out at the end of each and every single one of my live streams here. We got Jason, Warren, Rajeep, I Am Ghost, David, Asia, Russell, John, Mark, Kelly, Jeffrey, Vegas, Barco, Oink Oink, Michael, Katie, Bradley, Daniel, Derek, Sister Surround, Mario Greedo, Tristan, SG Sports Talk, Ice Ice Baby, Robin, Melinda, Jack City, and Shalimar. Thanks all for joining in, being a part of the stream for this one tonight, and a massive blowout victory. 115-70, the T-Wolves win. The series is tied up at 3 apiece, and it all comes down to a Game 7 on Sunday. Thanks all for joining in, and enjoy the rest of your night.